What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to Plant Path Podcast, your choice hub for book reviews and crucial conversations. Welcome to this bonus episode, and here we are answering the most popular question parents ask. If you remember vividly, the internet shook our generation. At some point, it was like, it's either you're getting digitalized or you just sink. It was a swim or sink situation, and right now, everything is getting AI here. And the interesting and a little bit scary thing is that the world will continue to change and evolve. And for every parents are asking, what exactly can I really do to prepare my child for the future? They say, let's do coding. We have started doing coding. Coding has become like everything. Everybody now knows it. Okay, now let's teach music, teach this, that. And parents are like, what exactly? Just tell me one thing I can do to help my child prepare for the future. Yeah, it is. John Holt says that since we cannot know what knowledge will be most needed in the future, it is senseless to try to teach it in advance. Instead, we should try to turn out people who love learning so much and learn so well that they will be able to learn what needs to be learned. Did you get that? John Holt is saying that the future is a little bit unpredictable, right? And we really don't know what will be needed to thrive in 2050, 2020, 2030, 2035, 2040, 2045, 2000. But the thing is that, so that means that it's senseless to try to say, let me teach my child coding, let me teach my child this, let me teach that. There's some wisdom in it. But when you really look at it deeply, you don't know if that will be what will help a child thrive in the future. So it makes more sense to turn out children, to raise your kids, right, in such a way that they love learning. And they learn so well. So there is love and there is ability. There's a passion for learning. And there's that they have been trained. Their minds, the instrumentality of their minds have been trained such that whatever needs to be learned, they can learn it so well. They are so able to move into the future. They are so able to change quickly. You understand? To morph. They can learn, they love learning, and they have the ability to learn so quickly, such that whatever needs to be learned in the future, they are able to learn it. Doesn't it make sense that our children, yes, learn this, learn multiplication table, learn this, learn that, learn to read, learn to write, but very importantly, love to learn, right? And also, apart from loving to learn, be able to learn so quickly and be learning adaptable, such that whatever needs to be learned in your field. So I always say that what makes me stand out in the education field is not because I finished with a distinction or anything, or maybe as best graduating student in my education class. That's not what stood me out. Not what stands me out till date. The certificate is good, right? The distinction is good. But what stands me out really is my ability to learn what is currently happening in the world today. In the world of education, what are the current researches? Where is the world going? The ability to love learning, love it so well, right? So much, and be able to learn it so well so that whatever needs to be learned, I can learn it. And those are the kind of children we need to be churning out these days. Those are really the kind of world pace setters. They love to learn, and they can learn quickly. They love it so well, you understand, such that they can adapt in any climate you put them, anywhere you put them, they can change, they can adapt. Let me read you a quote by Maria Montessori, like our great Maria Montessori as well. They said the goal of early education should be to activate the child's own natural desire to learn. There's such a switch, in Nigerian, a lot of final year sign out, they say things like pen drop. I remember our episode with Precious, we're saying this pen drop as if they will never come back to learn. School is a scam. School ain't a scam, baby. It's because your natural desire, there's something in you that has not been ignited. That switch has not been turned on in such a way that, you're just learning, not even for exam. You are just reading to know. You are just reading to stay relevant. You are reading to solve problems. They say that problem solving is really what makes money. Because when you can solve problems in your world, then you become relevant and you can make a lot of money. So, I was teaching a child recently and the child was saying, oh, I just want to make money, any career. And I'm like, nah, babe, I understand what you're saying. Any career, make a lot of money, be happy and all of that. Just make the dough. But what really will stand you out is to solve problems in your world. Like I am solving problems in my world, and people doing well at solving problems and meeting people's needs. And the interesting thing is that we don't even if your child is a doctor, your child should be able to, if your child wants to stand out, solve problems in the medical world that will make them cutting edge. So what problems are going to be in the medical world in the next 20 years? We don't know. We can have some of them now that before 10 years, another person might have solved. So how will they stay relevant? Keep learning, seeing the problems in the world. Keep learning, you understand, so that they can solve those problems effectively. That's how to stay relevant. That's how to stay joyful. All those back in the days, they don't work again, no? So really, the most important thing that parents can do is to help their children ignite their love for learning. And I understand, some of these things that when people criticize schools are like this, schools are like that. I understand some of these things because as a teacher, as a school owner, sometimes because parents are asking, what has my child done? What has my child done? You want to tie things to goals. You want to tie it to like a measurable outcome. That's why preschoolers these days are getting assignments. They are giving them prize awards for this because people want to see results. But in the real sense of it, right? So I don't blame school owners when certain things are done, in the world of education. I don't blame it. That doesn't mean that that's the ideal thing to do. The ideal thing is to switch on that love for learning in your child. And that's what we're doing at BBC Book Club. We're not just saying, come together, let's read books. Everybody can read books in their house. We sell books at Plant Park too, so you can just quickly buy books and go and read it in your house. But the thing is, we want to gather together in a community of young people, 6 to 9 year olds. It's starting on Saturday, by the way, May 3rd. So you will go look at our Instagram pages. Just click the link attached to this podcast. You can see where to register. Just register. Register your child, your favorite niece, your favorite cousin, that child you love and you invest so much in. Make sure you're registering them. They can come to the physical space, that's at Omole Phase 2, Lagos, or they can join online from everywhere in the world. That's the singular thing you can do to help your child. Another thing that I think that will complement is to fix your child's food. I think we will talk about this in details another time. Because what your child, I'm worried about what kids eat these days. What nutritional value is in Indomie and egg? Even if you put all the veggies in the world in it, it's not still the best. Why are they having packed juices? What happened to vegetables and fruits? But that's something you can do in a house. I can't. I don't have a catering business. I don't do menus for children right now. I might do later. I don't offer that service, but one thing I know I can help you do as a parent, and also as you come to the book club, you would get feedback as a parent on how to collaborate and reinforce those things we are teaching your child at the book club, how to reinforce them at home so that it becomes permanent. It shall be permanent. So 3 months, just give us 3 months and say, just leave your 6 to 9 year old with us and say, come, leave these children with us and see that they will fall in love with learning. Like really, really do fall in love with learning. And they will be able to learn whatever needs to be learned to solve the problems in their world. And they have the ability, the mind power, the will and the mind power to learn whatever needs to be learned. So let me read another quote by Anonymous. He says, when children love learning, education becomes a joy, not a job. When children love learning, it becomes a job. You are not forcing them. Let me also read William Butler Yeats. You know William Yeats now. Education is not the feeling of a pail, but the lightening of a fire. Alfie Kohn, he says, children learn best when they are interested, curious, and engaged, not when they are forced. Yeah, you're saying, bring a book, but bring the tab. Come and watch YouTube Kids. They're interested, they're happy. So we know that it is not the feeling of a pill, right? But it is lightning of a fire. We also know that children learn best when they are curious, engaged, and they are not forced. Let me read these quotes that are of mine by Abiodun-Lisk, right? It says that a love for learning is the most important legacy you can leave for your children. Let me read this. I saw this on Derek Chew's Instagram page. I love Derek Chew, honestly. So on his Instagram page, he writes, how we are taught to measure success, job title and salary. As in nobody is ever happy by this measure of success. But these are better measures of success: good relationships, good health and well-being, career, liking what you do, financial health, free time, making a difference, and lifelong learning. Lifelong learning, and really that's the goal of SDG 4, quality education here. That's the way to start. If you read those objectives deeply and read in between, you see that the goal of SDG 4 is not really to educate every child. It's to ignite the love for learning in every child and actually give them the gift of lifelong learning. Help them to be lifelong learners. That's really what you can do to help your child stand out in the future. That's what it is. So I encourage you to sign your child up for PPC Book Club and give us May, June, July, 6 to 9 year olds. We have a post on Instagram that says it. After those 3 months, you can be sure, you can hold us accountable that when you register your child, after the 3 months, these are the things that you are going to be getting. Number one thing you'll be getting, the post was 5 days ago. Your 6 to 9 year old by July 26th. Your child would have developed a genuine love for reading, no longer seeing books as a task, but as a source of joy and imagination. 2, they will speak more confidently, having practiced public speaking and expressive communication in a safe and supportive space. Your child will ask deeper, more thoughtful questions, showing growth in comprehension and critical thinking. So, and then your child will through weekly activities, will learn how to listen actively, take turns, and collaborate with others, improving their social skills. Their vocabulary will expand significantly, helping them articulate ideas with greater clarity and confidence. And they would learn, their shyness will reduce, and they will become more comfortable with sharing their thoughts in group discussions. They will take more responsibility for tasks, showing better focus and discipline when learning at home and in school. And lastly but not least, they will return home each Saturday with new ideas, a sense of accomplishment, and a growing confidence in who they are as a learner and as a communicator. So see you at PPC Book Club. I hope that with these few points of ours, we've been able to tell you explain to you, right? What you can do, the singular thing you can do to prepare your child for the future, right? To stay relevant in the future, right? Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Actually, our next episode is going to be on Friday. Then on Saturday, PPC Book Club start. Online, offline, online, on-site. We are waiting to have your PPC Book Club. Have a wonderful day. Bye. My name is Oluwatosin Abiodun-Lisk. And remember, this is Plant Path podcast, your choice for book reviews and crucial conversations. Sponsored by Plant Path Educational Consult, the home hub for our choice hub for education. And our focus really is to help 6 to 12 kids excel in and out of schools, higher grades, winning mindset, falling in love with learning. And you know what? A whole other things are attached to Plant Path, like our podcast, our trainings, our book club, you feel me? Have a wonderful day. See you at PPC Book Club. Bye.